Hey, what's up? I'm finna wash my face, brush my teeth, get myself together while I talk to y'all for a minute. So y'all know that I got something to tell y'all. First of all, we got something to talk about. It ain't nothing to address, but it's definitely something to really talk about. And what I'm gonna talk to y'all about, I wanna kinda like, excuse me for whatever you may see in this video of all this right here going on with this part of getting dressed in the morning early and all that stuff like that. Getting stuff together and stuff like that. So anywho. But I'm gonna come talk to y'all like a home girl, because that's what we're supposed to be, right? We're supposed to be home girls, we're supposed to be family, we're supposed to be cousins, we're supposed to be, we're supposed to be sisters, we're supposed to be aunties, we're supposed to be you like my niece, we're supposed to be I see you as my granddaughter. We're supposed to be that, right? Okay, well we finna be that today. We finna be all that today. Everything that y'all said that we is, we finna be all that today. So I know we finna all finna try to agree to disagree and be on a understanding foot today. Cause let me tell you something. Hold on 1 minute. We're gonna start this off by saying I saw the snake slithering, okay, before it even started slithering. I saw the snake slithering. Now, this conversation may not go in the order that it needs to go in, but we're talking like homegirls, we're talking like friends, we're talking like family, like we're supposed to be talking, right? So when you talk about certain things, sometimes you miss stuff, you go back, you come, you jump to another topic, you go back, you forget some stuff, you go back, you know what I'm saying? Be back and forth, around, circle, around, all that right there. It just might be just that because I'm going to try to say it how I need to say it. That way you can kind of get where I'm coming from, okay? All right. So, y'all know normally I don't never really get on here and just be talking about people and stuff like that. I don't. Y'all know, like, when it's a celebrity topic, I'll come in and I'll give my little, what I think about it or something like that. And I move on. I don't keep dwelling on it, nothing like that, because it ain't none of my business. It ain't my life. But sometimes every now and blue moon, I come in give my opinion about something. Let me brush my teeth real quick. That way we don't have no hold-ons and stuff. Because that's what's about to happen in a minute. So hold up. Alright. The teeth is brushed. Let's get into this. I'm going to go over here. Probably to my makeup table. Just do my eyelashes and stuff while I'm talking to each other. Put some eyelashes on today. Alright, so let's see what we're going to start this off at. Because, baby, this is a topic within itself. And, baby, it can go on and on and on and on and on. And I don't want it to go on and on and on and on and on for hours. I really don't. Because it can go there. Especially when once I get into it. And I just let the Lord just use me in the way that He want to just use me. And don't quit till He want me to quit. Oh, I can go on and on and on. So I'm gonna try not to do that. Okay? Alright, so I think I needed something from over here about the bed though. First off, we just gonna start this thing off by just saying she is a Cancer, okay? Not zodiac sign Cancer. She is a cancer, a disease, okay? She is a cancer. When I tell y'all I saw the snake slithering before the snake started slithering, that's what I mean. And basically, in so many words at one point in time, I told y'all that. I told y'all. I told y'all, I told y'all, I told y'all. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Ain't nobody had to tell me nothing for me to know that she is a cancer. Oh, she's a cancer. All right. So, ain't nobody got to tell me that what you put into this world is what you gonna get out of it. Ain't nobody got to tell me. Ain't nobody got to... y'all, we gonna talk about Peach Mcintyre. And I know the more we all sit and talk about this girl, the more she's becoming more and more famous, the more and more popular, the more and more she's making money, the more and more she's getting out there. It ain't my duty to try to stop nothing that's going into her pocket. No, none of that. It ain't my duty. But I'm only on here to say something because I made it my duty to come and make some of y'all aware. You know? And in the meantime, in the between time, and in the process of me trying to make some of y'all aware of this cancer, right? I asked God to use me in the way that He, in a way where I'm going against the way He would like for me to put it, for you to get what I'm saying and understand and open your eyes, because not everyone is the type of people that can see BS as it comes. Not everyone is the type of people that can see people for who they really is, even when they show them. Right? So let me tell y'all something. Y'all act like it's a surprise that this girl is literally on this internet doing what she doing for money. She doing what she doing for money, but also because of who she is on the inside. When you ain't rotten, bitter, empty, hurt, and everything else that you can even think of that's nasty on the inside, if you're really not that person on the inside, that's not the person that you're going to show on the outside. I don't care what job that you have, what amount of money that you're making. You're not going to be able to even fathom the thought of yourself just out here on the internet being as nasty as this girl be. And I hate that I have to use these words that I'm using, but this is what she put out here. And even if it is a fake or funk or whatever, she's faking the funk or whatever, and like, if that wasn't really her, she wouldn't really be doing it. You feel me? Like, I can't see myself getting on here being a reaction channel knowing that I'm not the type of person that really just like to really sit and just talk about people and what they doing and following their lives and stuff like that. Now let me tell you, I ain't even finna sit here and tell y'all that I got this information because I sit and watch her and I follow everything that she every video that she make and all her platforms and stuff like that. I'll be lying. One day I just happened to be scrolling and then I seen something about, oh, she ain't got nobody, don't care about the lady with cancer or something like that. I don't even know what lady it was that they was talking about. I happened to just, it was a normal video that I always watch any other time, just a regular family channel and stuff like that, and they happened to bring it up about, she had said that, which I had clicked on, and I was like, oh, okay, so this is what I saw, on Facebook when I was scrolling or whatever, people said, this. But when I saw it wasn't a video, it was a picture of it, and, the wording and stuff like that. And I was like, I know this girl ain't really said that, which, I just said it like that because I'm like, I ain't tried to make it, none of my business. And right now, I'm still not trying to make it none of my business. I'm just trying to push out a little awareness, So, y'all, we got to be careful at who we entertain. That's why I called her a Cancer. We got to be careful at who we entertain, even if it is bringing some type of entertainment into your life, some type of excitement into your life, whatever. Like, y'all, she's a Cancer for a reason. This girl, let's go ahead and just go and dive into it, and however this conversation goes, it's just going to go. This girl's a Cancer for a reason. This girl is she's allowing the enemy to use her. And if you know what the enemy is, you know what the enemy is. But I just say the enemy because I try not to give him no type of praise. None whatsoever. But this girl is allowing the enemy to use her. And I'm not even going to say that she's allowing him to use her. And I'm not going to say that she don't know he's using her. But she's definitely letting him use her. And I would like to say that she don't know he's using her, but we don't know what really happens in the spiritual realm when things like that happens. You see what I'm saying? So to say that she know that he's using her or whatever, like, yeah. When a person love money let me tell you something. The root of the problem is the love of money. And a lot of times people do stuff just for money. And money is the root. Money is the root to evil. Money is the root to evil. And when you sit back and you think about a lot of things that happens in your life, even not even on the level of what she's doing, but things that happen in your life, whether it's, finance, like things that happen in a lot of things that happen in your life that cause you stress and depression and stuff like that, cause people to do stuff to themselves and all of that. A lot of times the root cause of it be money. They have money problems, money issues. Like, it be money. So her root issue is money. Not saying that she don't have money. She loves money so much, and she do whatever to get the money because she know that she's on a platform where the more drama, the more negativity, the more that she can infect y'all with her cancerous ways, the more money she's gonna make. The more money she's going to make. And the enemy, and I call her a Cancer because the enemy is using her to spread her evilness, evil ways, evil thoughts, evil habits onto the world. Because and it's the world that's watching her. That girl is famous. That girl is famous for all the wrong reasons. But the enemy is using her to spread her cancerous ways onto the world. And you have people in all age groups watching her, but what's so sad about it is she's spreading these ways onto the young ones that's coming up, and it's causing confusion with them and making them think that with the way that she's acting is okay when it's not. It's not okay. It's not okay for this girl to have the heart that she have. It's not okay for her to say the things that she say and act the way that she act and stuff like that. And you pushing your ways out on other people because they look up to you and they a lot of times see no wrong in what she's doing because she's a public image and loved by or liked by or watched by so many people. So now you don't confuse them into thinking that, oh, it's okay. You don't confuse a lot of people into thinking that just because that you have a problem with your mama or you have a problem with your father, it's okay to come and drag them through the mud and think that it's okay for them to just be, for you to just drag them like there's no consequences for your actions. And I'm not talking about by no law enforcement. I'm talking about our Heavenly Father above. And then she sitting, she want to talk like it's okay for her to sit and play on God's name like he ain't her father. Like he ain't her father. But the way that she sitting playing, she already letting you know that she, the father, the God that she's be talking about is not the same God that I praise, worship, the same God that I'm trying to get back to in heaven, our creator. That ain't the same God that she got, that she be talking about. Can't be the same God when she say that she's gonna go and be a pastor and all kind of stuff like that. Pastor, when you change your ways, you better change them ways first. At least try. At least try. Let me tell you something. One thing I always knew is in a relationship, if a man don't have no respect for their mama, they dang sure ain't gonna have no respect for you. What's gonna make you be any different? You ain't gonna be no different. He gonna disrespect you just as well as he disrespect his mama. And is. And don't look for nothing no better. Okay, so same thing with her. If this girl ain't got no respect for her mama, irregardless to whatever she say that her mother did to her when she was coming up and how she treated her and stuff like that, like, she ain't got no respect for y'all. She don't care enough for y'all. And a person, and if a person tell you, you better believe them. Why you want to sit and wait for them to prove it to you? This girl is constantly proving to y'all over and over that she don't care. She ain't got no respect for nobody, and that she is basically out here to spread that cancer that she got onto other people, that evilness that she got onto other people, because the enemy is using her to do that. He's using her. She have a platform for that. And guess what? But the thing about it is, now people is mad and stuff like that, and they be like, oh, let me tell you something. Whatever y'all see her do, don't wish no bad on her. Don't even wish no bad on her, because at the end of the day, regardless of what we think about it, what we got to say about it, how we feel about it, what we know is right, what we know is wrong, God is in control of everything. God is allowing this to happen for a reason. Because you best believe that it's a lesson gonna come behind it. Let me tell you something. He got some chastising to do. He got some chastising to do. But he gonna let her run as long as she wanna run. He gonna let her keep on acting up as much as she wanna act up. Because the most she act up, the harder her chastising is gonna be. The worse her chastising is gonna be. And we don't know what her chastising gonna be. So don't wish no bad on her. God won't want for us to do that. God would not want for us to wish no bad on nobody that's out here acting up and acting out. Because at the end of the day, one thing for certain, two things for sure, we is all his children. He take care of us. He take care of us all. And he handles us all in the way that he needs to handle us. Just like your own children. You got some children that's worse than the other. Well, that's the same example. She's one of them. She's one of his children that is worse than the other. And he gonna let her hang herself. God allowed the enemy to have his way only so long before he stepped back in. Because she's not looking to him for her help. She's looking for the enemy. And see, the enemy is giving, whatever, or doing whatever to make her feel good. And in the way, like the bad things she's doing, she think that it's making her feel good by acting like that. Hurt people try to hurt people. Hurt people try to hurt people. And this is a hurt girl on the inside. You know, she's a hurt girl on the inside that is reflecting how she really feel on the inside to try to make herself feel better by hurting other people, which really she ain't really doing nothing but causing more and more hurt on herself. And she don't realize that everything in life happens for a reason. Everything in life happens for a reason. There's nothing in life that does not happen for no reason at all. Y'all say, oh, she gonna get it, she gonna get it, oh, God been punishing her. God been chastising her. God been trying to show her. But she one of the ones that is very rebellious and don't care. And don't care and feel like she could do what she want to do, when she want to do it, how she want to do it. But like y'all said, God gonna have to humble her. He's trying to show her, but she won't open her eyes to see because she letting the dollar amount get in the way of her doing right. Now I know y'all say, well, I done been hurt by my parents, and my parents did this or my parents did that, and this the reason why I'm the way that I am and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, yes, that happened to you, but that does not have to make you the person, make you an evil person either. It don't have to make you an evil person. Sometimes I see it like this, and I know that it's bad, y'all, and I know it's gonna sound bad, and I know it's gonna sound effed up. I know it's gonna sound effed up, but life is life. Life is life, y'all. I feel that things happens to us in our life for a reason. And we are being put to a test for a reason. But the person that did whatever they did to us, that's not our karma. They got their own karma that they got to pay for. Now, the fact that it happened to us, I know that, you know, it bothers you in a way to where it makes you feel like you can't let go what it is that person did for you, but you got to let go. You got to let go to receive your healing and let God and allow God to heal you through the process of you letting go. But you have to want to let go. You can't want to try to get your payback on your own and think that there's going to be no kind of penalties that you're going to have to pay for it. You gonna pay for what you do too, because evil. How they said, you don't do dirt for dirt. You don't do dirt for dirt. So when you see people like that, you got to be careful. You got to be aware. You got to know, like, hey, I've been not put too much into this. I've been not watched too much of this. You know, I've been not entertain this. I've been not entertain this because evil does transfer, y'all. Evil transfer even through that screen. Whatever screen that you're looking at it through. Evil transfer. And you sitting up there watching that, and that bitterness, that sadness, that whatever it is that she's projecting, that message transferring to you now. That message transferring to you. Over time, you may notice like your ways is changing. Then again, you may not be noticing because that don't be nothing but the enemy creeping in into your spirit. And that's only because you allow them. All just from watching. All just from watching. Next thing you know, you building up hate, you building up hurt, you building up all kind of stuff on the inside of you. You around here confused and messed up and just acting crazy and just bitter feeling and just sad and mean and angry and all kind of stuff like that, and you don't even know why. around here depressed and stressed and going through and all that there, and you don't know why, because you allowed the enemy to creep in. He sneaked in. He slithered his way right on into your life through drama. Through drama. Got to be careful, y'all. They talking about they going talking about trying to cancel her and stuff like that. Trust and believe her day is coming. It just ain't coming when we want it to come. Just like this girl is out here doing what she's doing on a public platform and acting a donkey and mean and nasty and just rude and just trust and believe. Just like she putting it out here for y'all to see. When her day come, it's gonna be out here for y'all to see. If she don't quit YouTube before then, it's gonna be out here for y'all to see. It's gonna be out here. And I'm not saying that, oh, yay, I can't wait, like, oh, like, need to hurry up type of thing. Like, no. She wanted to act that in public. So, her chastising, 9 times out of 10, probably gonna be in public. I help for everybody to see. She don't hurt a lot of people's feelings. She done said a lot of things that she shouldn't say. She done did a lot of things that she shouldn't do. All behind $1. So she allows the enemy to make a ASS out of them, or SSA, how make an ass out of them. She'll allow the enemy to make an ass out of them, and God gonna show us all what we capable of, what He's capable of. God gonna show us all. She's the prime example of how the enemy can use you. That's what y'all need to see in this. That's what you need to see. How the enemy will use you. Because a lot of us that know right from wrong, that wouldn't do stuff like that, that don't care to do anything like that, that knows that God don't play. We know that ain't nothing but the enemy. If you didn't know, now you know. That you looking at that enemy himself. You looking at that. Because and the reason why I say that is because you know how they say that how the enemy got his workers. And a lot of his workers, they be working and they don't know they be working. That's what I'm talking about right now. She a worker. But and you know that she's a worker because you're either gonna do good or bad. You're gonna do good or bad. Yeah, we might be in between too, cause ain't nobody perfect. And when you in between, you try to do more right than you do wrong. You see what I'm saying? So, but when you is out here like you can't see nothing but wrong, and then or you doing nothing but wrong, and you don't see no wrong in what you're doing, and the wrong that you is doing, you're not trying to right it. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem, and God is not happy with that neither. He ain't happy with that. And then to think that she got children. Even if that is her ways, that's embarrassing for her to even put that out there for one day for her children to see. Cause just cause she raising her children one way don't mean that her children is going to agree with the way that she have been throughout her life when they was coming up. When they one day have to really, when they one day um have enough common sense to know that the way that mama is acting ain't right, wasn't right. She gonna have some children that is not gonna agree with that, and that is embarrassing. She's embarrassing her children. She's in and it's a shame. It's a shame. Even if it's all, a lot of the stuff that she doing is fake. Even if it is fake, it's still embarrassing to her children. And she may just say she don't care. I can see her saying that she don't care. I can see that because they ain't nothing but the enemy constantly using her. He constantly using her and she can't see it, and it's sad. It really is sad. But I'm not here for you know for that part. I'm not here for that. I'm here because I just want people to be aware, to know that I been saw that snake slithering. I been saw it. I been saw it years ago when she used to be when I used to love to watch her. Years ago, I used to like to watch her, and I forgot what made me stop watching, but um, yeah, years ago when I used to love to watch when she seemed positive, when she was in her project and she used to go in that little room in the bedroom with that dim light in one of her children's room and be recording videos of stuff that y'all be done sent her and stuff like that. Yeah, like I been saw that snake slithering. I been saw it, and it was just a matter of time before that snake came out and struck. And it just keeps striking and striking and striking and striking every time. And God keep trying to show her in many different ways that what you have can be taken away from you. But she don't see it. She done had so many, she done had a couple of problems with pregnancy. Everything happens for a reason. She need to sit back and ask herself, why is this happening to me? Why am I having problems with my pregnancies? It ain't only because you got 9 kids. You got people around here that done had 54 babies and probably ain't had no problems. And literally done had 54 babies. I done seen videos of people that done had that many babies. Rare people in the world and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. So we can't just say, oh, because she had 9 children or 10 or however many that she got, that this is the reason why she having complications. No, you can't say that. You can't say that. Because if God blessed you to have something and to keep on the way that her body be pushing, flourishing, be pushing babies out, can push babies out, can have babies and stuff like that. God wanted for her to be able to have children like that. He blessed her womb to be able to have children like that. Everybody didn't receive that blessing to be able to have children like that. Y'all, I sit back and then just like, okay, let me finish this up because I'm about to switch. But just like, she had the eviction and stuff like that with the amounts of money that she make and stuff. She is going through what she going through for a reason. Everything in life happens for a reason. She'll come up, come back down. Why? Everything happens for a reason. You got to know the reason why things happens to you. Just like she said and was talking about her mama and stuff like that, but guess what? When she had that baby that one time, that first baby that she might have thought that wasn't gonna make it, the one that had the problem, I think it's the last one before the twins, I think it is. I don't know, child. But anyway, that one baby, when she had that one baby and she laid up in that bed and was crying and stuff like that and was talking about her mama and how I think she didn't think her mama was gonna be there, was grateful for her mama or something like that. In that moment you could be grateful for your mama, but when you up and doing fine by yourself and oh, you can't do nothing but talk about her. You shouldn't even been able to fix your mouth and say how grateful you was for her when you was in need or in need. You shouldn't have been able to fix your mouth to say anything good about it if you can't fix your mouth to say nothing good about it when you're doing fine. This girl ain't did nothing but baited child in to watch her to make money. And she know that drama sells. And she gonna continue to give you that drama. Why? Because she don't care. Why? Because she allowing the enemy to use her. Just to make that money. She sit here and I'm just going on and say it how I see it. Now I know some of y'all really gonna disagree. But I just got to say it how I see it though. Honestly, y'all. And this coming from the for real. Like every time I see it, you could tell a person that's faking it. You could tell a person that's faking their attitude, their ways, they faking a personality that's not them. You could tell it. This girl is faking the phone. This girl is faking the phone. That nasty, like, wanna be ratchet, like everything that come out of her mouth is a cuss word type of attitude that she have. That mess is forced. She forcing herself to be like that. She forcing herself to be ratchet. She forcing herself to be a cusser. She forcing herself to be on here, be talking about a P-A-O, P-A-H. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, if you don't, you just don't need to know. But you know what I'm talking about. A P-A-H, a P-A, one of them. Okay, if you didn't know, now you should be able to. Now you should be able to put it together. Okay. That's being faked. That's faked behind some deep hurt that this girl got. That's being faked because what y'all seeing, a lot of times these content creators and stuff, like, they say that, you know, what people say about them don't bother them, and what people's, you know, in these comments and stuff like that, in these videos, it don't bother them. We is all people. We are all human. Y'all got to know that there's some lies when it comes to that. To a certain extent, you don't care. But sometimes when you know that you act a certain type of way and people is saying certain things about the way that you act and you know that it's the truth, oh baby, some of that stuff gonna start hitting home. It's gonna start making you feel a certain type of way. And that's what she's showing y'all. That what y'all saying about her, it really is hurting her feelings. But she the one making y'all say what you're saying. It really is hurting her. So that's why she's out here trying to act like she ain't hurt by calling people P-A-H's and all that right there, and B's and all this right there, and like she don't give a F and all this and that, and you know what I'm saying? That's why she out here, you know, saying that, but she don't realize that she caused all this on herself behind the dollar. If she wouldn't have been out here, you know, doing what she doing and acting how she acting, people would it wouldn't have been as bad on her probably. It's bad. It's really bad. But I just said as bad. It probably wouldn't have been as bad on her. I ain't gonna say that she wouldn't have still got the negativity and all that, people talking about and stuff like that, but it wouldn't have been as that bad because she's giving people stuff to talk about. She's giving you know, people that want to sit back and watch, reasons to want to sit and watch everything that she do and say and stuff like that, to have something to talk about. She's giving them that. But she giving them that for one of her reasons is because the money, to make the money. But it ain't doing nothing but digging her hole deeper and deeper. It's digging a hole deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper for her, and she gonna fall in it and ain't even gonna be able to come up out of it, cause she been under that hole that deep. And if she didn't have no reason to want to change, her children should be her reason to change. God give us children for reasons. Let's go there. You got people that can't have children, and you got people that can have children. And just because you can't have a child, that does not always mean something bad. You got to think of it in the spiritual, with a spiritual eye. It's a blessing to have children, just as well as it is a blessing to not have children. Let's all be real about that, though. It's a blessing to not have children, because you got some people in this world that have children you know, and they probably always wanted children and stuff like that. But when they got them, honey, I guarantee you that there was a time that they probably wished that they could have been empty nested too, that they didn't have no children. You know, they could have waited a little longer or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing to have them just as well as it's a blessing to not have them. But God give us these beautiful children for a reason. And I feel like God bless us with children. Some of, like, let's just speak on the ones that have children early, right? They be like 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. And it be make you want to tear a hole off in your kids because your children be having, you know, babies that early. But you got to look at it like this. If it wasn't meant to happen, it was not going to happen. God is in control of everything. If God did not want that baby to be birthed into this world, that baby would have never been birthed into this world by that 12-year-old. God had to allow it to happen. Why did God allow it to happen? Everything happens for a reason. What was the reason? Well, I just was sitting and having a conversation with my mama yesterday. And we was talking about, you know, our lives and stuff like that. And I told her, I was like, you know, our lives is a story. Every day that we open our eyes and everything that we do on a daily basis is telling a story. And it all started making sense as I started talking. God was just using me while I was just talking. And he was, you know, I was like, you know, we is on a journey back to him. And our life is telling a story. And it's our walk to try to find him. Get back to him. Our life is written before we was even born. Our life was already written. It's only and it's only up to us to walk the right path, the straightest path that we can walk to try to get to him. That's what I feel is going on. We is in the flesh and here on earth, but our spirits that have to get back to God. We is it on the, and when you think of this, you know, spiritually, we is on the walk back to God. We is out here lost and confused, and everything that happens in the world is of the enemy, and the enemy is of the enemy, and these distractions and everything that we have that's happening around us is distractions, and that's the enemy to distract us from going the right way, being on the right path to God. Come on now. Being on the right path to God. God trying to lead us in the right direction, but the enemy, he knows which way to go because he done been there. He done been there. So he trying to keep us from getting there. So that's why we have so much that happens in this world around us, because those are distractions to keep us from getting to God. And you have to have that spiritual eye to be able to see that. Yeah, that's why you have to keep your focus and not pay attention to the things that's happening around you and be involved in the worldly things. So, because those are distractions from God. God trying to help us get back. We have to listen to our heart, listen to our mind. God gave us a heart and a mind and feelings for a reason. It's not only to love, but it's also so that we can feel him and know when he's talking to us, and be able, God, I believe all of us can feel him. God wants us to be able to feel him. Why would he make us to not be able to feel him? To hear him, to see him when he's working. All of us have that gift to be able to do that. It's just up to you whether or not you want to be able to use it and believe that you have that gift to be able to feel and see God when he's there. God is always there, but he wants us to know that he's always there. He wants us to know that he's always at work. He wants us to know that he's always guiding us in the direction that he wants us to go. He wants us to always know that he has never left us, will never leave us. But when you take it upon yourself to start entertaining these worldly things, ain't no telling how far you go with it. You want to put money over everything when you should have put God first. Let God lead you. Because one thing about it, going back to Peach, one thing about it, that girl got some talent, and can't nobody take that from her. That girl is gifted. She gifted, but she's using her gift in the wrong way. That's just like people that is gift with the gift of prophecy. It's only in the way that you use it. Are you going to use it for God, or are you going to use it for the enemy? Which one you going to do? Just like our talents, our gifts that God give us, and whatever gift that it is, are you going to use it for God, or are you going to use it for the enemy? Because you can use what you got for the enemy. You can use what you got for them. It's all according to how you go about using that gift. That girl is gifted in so many kind of ways, and she can be blessed, and her bank account can be overflowing with probably billions of dollars. Billions. If she can make millions, why she can't make billions? She could be blessed with billions of dollars if she was to try to live her life right. Try to be better than what she is. Stop being so mean and so nasty mouthed and unforgiving. Like I said, just because we wasn't there to say that her mother didn't do what she did to her, but or whatever, we wasn't there. We wasn't there. So she could say what she want to say. We weren't there to know what happened. But regardless of what happened, that shouldn't that it wasn't meant to make her a bitter, mean, angry person on the inside nor the outside. That was to make her a better person than that. That was to make her a better mother, a better wife, a better niece, a better daughter, a better granddaughter. But in due time, she gonna see. In due time, she gonna see that she should have went about her ways totally different than what she is going about it. No matter what she say, what she do, how she act, and all this and that. After a certain amount of time, she ain't hurting but nobody but herself. Because a person is only going to allow you to hurt them for so long before they throw in the towel and realize I'm going to give this to God. I'm going to let God have it because this bigger than me. I ain't got no control over this. Now, yes, some of Peach ways could have been some of her mother's karma. Because y'all already know that what you do, a lot of times you get it back through your children and stuff, right? Okay, so yes, some of Peach ways could have been her mother's karma, but at the end of the day, all her ways ain't her mama's karma. Peach is creating her own karma, and she don't want to do right now, or maybe she do want to do right and scared to do right. Let's just say that. She's scared to do right. You want to know why? Because she let the money be the focus of her staying on top. She probably feel like if she change her ways and stop acting how she acting and stuff like that, ain't nobody gonna watch her no more. She ain't gonna make that money no more. She ain't gonna be able to take care of them kids like she need to. She ain't gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying? All that is probably playing in her mind. I'm sure that bad side is over here acting out, but that good side is trying to tell her right from wrong, and she's not paying attention to that. She's only focusing on the bad side because she only see where she's going by acting the way she's acting. But the enemy is only going to use you for so long. And God is only going to allow that enemy to use you for so long before he step back in and be like, I got this. Because God allowed the enemy to use you to try to open your eyes up to what that good side over here been trying to tell you, what God been trying to tell you. He allowed the enemy to use you only for so long. And when it get to a point where nothing that the enemy has done has helped change your mind, change your ways, now it's time for God to come in and do what he need to do. Cause trust and believe what God gonna do is gonna make a change. It's gonna make a change. Oh, you best believe it's gonna make a change. And also, God have to step in because there have been so many people that she have infected with this cancer. So many people that she have let see her act the way that she act, that she have made believe what she's doing not wrong. So God have to she's on display now with what she's doing, but God got to keep her up on that display because now she have to be a witness to others what happens when you act certain kind of ways. Just like you go to church and you give your testimony, God got to allow these people to see that because now he have to go in and change the minds of others that she have affected, young and old. So that's why I say her chastising is going to be in public. Because God got a whole lot of minds to go and save. So when y'all see whatever it is that God do to her, when she get her whooping, because it's not going to be on display to be like, oh, y'all see this, y'all see that. No, it's a lesson for others. Don't play with God. God ain't nobody to be played with. And I pray that she don't allow the enemy to use her so much to where she lead her own self into destruction. Because that's what the enemy to do. The enemy is here to steal first. To steal means that he come in to steal your mind. He come in to try to steal your soul. He come and steal you as a person first. He got to steal you first. He come and steal you from God because we belong to God. So he come and steal us away from him to try to manipulate us into doing things that we ain't got no business doing. And in the meantime, in between time of him manipulating us, he, or we, I ain't gonna say he, because I don't really know how it all works, but we sometimes start looking like we climbing a ladder, right? We start doing so well. But, and you just keep on doing what it is that you're doing to keep going up, right? He making it look good so that you can keep doing it. He making what you do look good so you can keep doing it. So that you don't see no wrong in what you're doing. You know? So in her case, the more and more she do wrong, the more and more it looks like she's growing. The more and more it looks like she's making more money and stuff like that. But here's how you know that this ain't coming from God. Because if it was coming from God, she wouldn't be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. She'll keep on climbing if she was doing right. She'll keep going, keep going. Like I told you, that girl can be a billionaire. And can't nobody take that from her. Because what's for you is for you. What gifts is for you is for you. No matter what anybody try to do to try to take what God got for you, can't nobody take nothing that God got from you. You want to know why can't nobody take nothing that God got for you? Because that's the enemy that's trying to take from you. That's the enemy. That's why no matter what nobody try to do to take from you or what God got from you, they cannot take it. No matter what somebody try to do to stop what God got from you, can't nobody stop it. Trust and believe me, I can tell you this firsthand. God taught me that. God taught me a lot through my house buying process, y'all. And no matter what the enemy try to say, God gonna pave another path for you. No matter what somebody try to take from you, God gonna pave another path for you. God gonna put you on the path that you need to be on to get you where he need you to go for him to give you what he trying to give you. Ain't nothing the enemy can do. Nothing, there's nothing he can do to try to take what God have for you. Nothing. God gonna always reroute you on another path to give you exactly what it is that he wants for you to have. Always. I sat back and I watched this myself. When I was going through my house buying process, I saw how the enemy was trying to come in and make me not think that I was going to be able to get this or get that or have this, or it wasn't going to work out, or I was going to need this person or need that person, to help me get to this point or that point. Sometimes I saw where the enemy was a day late in his plan and stuff like that. God be already rerouted me on a new path, and the enemy be a day late, and I couldn't do nothing but sit back and laugh sometimes. In a few times I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry. But I couldn't cry though. God wouldn't let me cry. God wouldn't let me cry. Because one thing God had placed in my heart. He placed this in my heart. He was like, if you can, try not to even shed a tear. This is what I felt. Try not to shed a tear. Because this how I felt, right? And I know this one number God telling me this because he wanted me to remember to stay focused. Keep believing in him, keep my eye on him, keep looking to him to help me, right? And so he didn't want me to cry because if I cried, it helped me show emotion. It let the enemy know how I was feeling on the inside. When I was looking strong on the outside, but if I cried, it let him really know how I felt on the inside. So if I cried, he knew how to play with my mind. And see, that's where the enemy come in and play. Just like God come and speak to you through your spirit, to your mind. A lot of times you be done thought of some things, or you prayed about some things, and you felt like whatever it is that you prayed about, it dropped in your spirit, or it just you got the answer to it, or you just thought of something that you know you would never thought of and stuff like that. That don't be nothing but God speaking to you. So the same way that God come and speak to you through your mind is the same way that the enemy needs your mind to come and play. Same way. When you don't allow him here, ain't nothing he can do. Because it take your mind to make your body to act. So, I just wanted to bring awareness to this. I don't really want to so much talk about what it is that she's doing. Y'all already know what she's doing. I want to bring awareness to how she's acting, and I want y'all to be careful. I want y'all to be careful and at what you're watching, and I want y'all to be careful and know that entertaining this ain't doing nothing but making that enemy creep into your spirit, and it's going to allow him, give him room to be, you're allowing him to be able to come in and play in your life in whatever ways that he want to come and play in your life. Our walks is different, our story is different, our lives is different, we all is different people. So just because he's playing in one way in her life, he's showing you what he can do to a person. She got a lot of changing to do to come back from her ways. But she got to stop right now. And even if this message can get to her, I don't even care if she have something to say about me or whoever else got something to say about me. I don't even care. But even if this message do get back to her and she really, it touch her heart in a way to be like, she right. Like, I am letting him use me. I don't have to let what happened to me be the reason why I act the way that I'm acting. I can love a person from a distance, but that does not have to make her a bitter, sour person just because of what her life supposedly was to be about. Be like. Coming up. She's a grown adult now. And I know, and I can say for myself that, trauma is a mud to try to heal from. But it's only gonna take for her to want to change, to be healed from it. God is capable of healing. What make y'all think that she can't be healed? No matter how much trauma she done been through, people done been through worse than her, and they is being healed of their traumas. So why can't she be healed? God is capable of healing you of anything that your mind can even think of. God is capable. So what make y'all think that just because she went through what she went through, she ain't capable of being healed? She don't want to be right now. She want to be used, and she wanna, and she's allowing the enemy to use her to get what she think that she want. She's getting it the wrong way. Because if she was to stop what she's doing and try to do right and get it from God, this woman will be a billionaire. For real, for real. But she can't get there till she change her ways. God ain't gonna bless her. He can't bless her. Because she won't let him. Not that he don't want to. she won't let him. She won't let him. So y'all be careful what y'all watching. Be careful. Be careful of the people that y'all sitting up on high pedestals. Be careful of who you let your kids look at. Be careful of who you praise. Be careful of who you call yourself helping. Because just because you think that you're doing a good deed by helping them, you got to understand their motive. You got to understand, you got to pay attention to their ways and their action, what she putting out here for you to see. And y'all don't see, a lot of people don't see nothing wrong in what she's doing. That says a lot about those people. Don't you mean to tell me that, oh, those people is agreeing with her fully with what she's doing because, there's nothing wrong in what she's doing. When we all know that what she's doing ain't right, that lets you know that those people are also workers for the enemy. They lost too. They done got off their track some type of way. And they ain't found their path yet neither to get to God. This girl is off her track. And she need to be trying to find her track. Try to find that track. Whatever type of line it is, honey, to find, honey, get close to it. Try to get close enough to it. To that track. But God gonna help you find him. Trust me. Oh, I was meaning to say, I got lost some type of way somewhere. I was meaning to say, so back when I was younger, I used to always say that no, I was in church, right? I used to be in church all the time when I was little. I used to be in church every Sunday, honey. I used to be in the choir and everything, honey. And I remember if it wasn't nothing that I learned in church or heard in church from a kid coming up. I don't even know how old I was when I heard this, but I remember the pastor saying that I always thought that he said, in the end of time, when we all die and stuff like that, when we trying to, when we die and stuff like that, we got to know which way to go. We got to know which way to go. I had never forgotten that the pastor had said that. Like, I'm telling you, those words has been with me from a little kid. I'm talking about like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like that little. That has been with me that long. And I think God just taught me the meaning of that yesterday. I've been holding on to that for the longest. And I have mentioned that to y'all one time before, that I was in church, and that was something that I always held on to, right? You gotta know which way to go. So I never really knew what that really meant until I was talking with my mama yesterday, and I had mentioned to her that, when I was in church, I had heard the pastor say that, when the time come or in the end of time come, you got to know which way to go so that you don't go the wrong direction. You want to follow God and not follow the enemy. Then I thought about that thing. Then I started talking about how our life is a story, and that we is on a path to God. We is on a journey getting back to God right now, today, in our lives. For everybody that is living, we is on our journey to God, right? We trying to find him. We trying to find our way back to him. And God is trying to help us get back to him. And it makes sense. I don't think that meant that we got to know which way to go when we die. We got to be on that right path before we die. Because when we die, it's dead and over with. Our story is done. Our story is done. Our journey is done. it ain't gonna be completely done until God send us which direction that we gonna have to go. Is we gonna be living in heaven or are we gonna be living in hell? But our walk here on earth is our journey to God. We trying to find our way to Him, and God trying to help us. So on earth, there's so much things that's devilish things that's happening that's trying to keep us from getting to God. Things is happening around us to keep us from getting to God. But God wants us to stay focused and keep our eye on Him and try to keep a straight walk so that we don't lose our path. But if we lose our path, we need to try to find a way to talk to God and ask God to help us get back on our path, get back on that journey to Him. We don't want to lose that journey. We don't want to be, and you know, and then Mom was like, yeah, that do make sense. That's why so many people is you know, spirits and stuff is lost and in the dark. Their spirit is lost and in the dark because they didn't stay on that journey to God before they died. They didn't stay on that right path to God for God to lead them to Him. They allowed the enemy to cut in and steer them off the wrong way. God is our GPS to Him. The enemy is the loss of connection. So when we look, what you say, the enemy is the loss of connection. We lose our connection to God. No service. We over here roaming. Wow! Come on, God! We're roaming. We're roaming the earth because we lost. But we got to try to find our way to Him. And we can't allow the enemy to distract us into his path, to go down his path. Because when we get on the path for the enemy, then that's when we start doing all kind of weird and crazy stuff. And we start doing things and it start looking good for you and stuff like that, you know, to keep you on that path with Him, because it's confusing you. It's confusing you, making you think like, hey, okay, you doing this, you doing that, you making this much money, you making that much money. You know, things in life, it do happen. You know, you do lose things sometimes. You know, you do things sometimes, but God know me, God know my heart. He gonna fix me. You gotta want to fix yourself too. You gotta want to fix yourself. You gotta want to try to do. You gotta want to do right. You gotta want to. God not gonna force us to do nothing. He ain't gonna force us. But when God come in to chastise, and we continuously be disobedient to Him, you can do what you want to do to the devil over here. But when it come to Him, one thing you ain't gonna do is disrespect Him. One thing you ain't gonna do is talk back to Him. One thing you ain't gonna do is act like He don't exist. Because your existence can become non-existent when He get enough. Because now He see, oh, it ain't no changing for this one. I might as well just wash my hands. Like y'all say with y'all children, God do the same thing. I might as well just go on and wash my hands with you. Because ain't nothing else I could do with you. You too far gone. We His children. You too far gone. You ain't no saving for you. That's why there's a heaven and a hell. Because there wasn't no saving for some of us. So God had to allow certain things to happen. Or, you know, and certain things does happen, and it calls us right on home because there was no saving for you. He don't wash your hands. He washed his hand. He don't wash his hands with you. Now, I don't want y'all to take this video the wrong way, because like I said, I ain't want to come here to just talk about her. I just wanted to come and make y'all aware of what time of day it is. This is way bigger than us. This is way bigger than her. She got to find her path back to God. And she got to get off that road with the enemy. Cause that's what she on. She is on the road with the enemy where she don't see no wrong in what she doing. Because cause she's letting the dollar amount make she's letting the money make her think that there's no wrong in what she's doing. She could say what she want to say because she's exercising her rights and she's doing this and she's doing that, and she's a grown woman and she got her own mind and all this and that, but God is in control. I'm just saying, girl, you better find your way back. You better find your way back to them tracks. You better find your way back to God. Because the enemy got you on a road to destruction. I'm telling you. He got you on the road to destruction. You on your way. You is on your way. And the sad part about it is you got too many kids to leave behind. You got too many kids to let be a witness of this. But you on your way. You was on your way to destruction because, and the reason why I say that is because that's all the enemy want to do. If he can't have you, he gonna destroy you. Simple as that. If he can't have you, he gonna destroy you. And it's either he do it in a lot of different kind of ways. We ain't even got to talk about the ways that he do it, but we all know that destruction happen in all kinds of ways. It's either you do it yourself or somebody else do it, because the enemy have too many workers out here to count. And why would you want to be one of them? One thing about God, when you doing anything for him, he ain't trying to destroy you. Everything that he do for you is only to help you. And God allow us to go through certain things to teach us his word, to teach us what he mean when he say what he say. And when you can pass his test, you receive his abundance of blessings. And then you walk your walk and going on through your life and live your life how you living it peacefully. Until there's another storm that comes in your life when God feel like it's something else that he need to teach you. He allow storms and things to happen in your life to teach us what it is that he wants for us to know. In order to receive his blessings, we need to learn the lessons. Don't be no fool. Don't be no fool. I don't care how smart, how dumb, how educated that you is. The enemy can come and use anybody. But when you get too far gone in that thing, you need to try to find your way back to God. Especially when you know that you're doing wrong. Because one thing about it, God gonna give us feeling when we know that we're doing right and when we're doing wrong. We got that feeling. I don't care who you is. You know when you're doing right, when you're doing wrong. Don't be used by the enemy. If you want to be used by anybody, let God use you. Because one thing about God, God will use anybody. Anybody. No matter what your situation is. If God wants you to deliver something, God will use you to deliver it. and you have to be obedient enough to do it. But don't let this enemy steal you from what God promised you to have. God gave us these gifts, not the enemy. So if God blessed us with these gifts that can make us millionaires, billionaires, why would you allow the enemy to come and try to take from you what God got from you? You settling for less. You is over here settling for less. You is over here being a thousandaire when you can be a millionaire. You is over here being a hundredaire when you could be a thousandaire. You is over here being a millionaire when you could be a billionaire. You over here being a billionaire when you could be a trillionaire if you would walk the path with God. Let God lead you. God knows the desires of our hearts. He knows what we need. He knows our wants. He knows what it takes to help us. So why won't you allow God? Allow God to help you get there. Because one thing about it, ain't nothing being done on our own. God got to allow it. Nothing. I don't care how successful that you is. God got you there. He created us. He helped you get there. You best know that this didn't just come from you. You better know that. You better know who to give your praise to. You better know who to thank. Cause if it was up to the enemy to do it, and he wasn't out here just stealing, and we was basically just his from the get-go, our lives wouldn't be like this. Baby, we would have been in, baby. It wasn't no, oh, let me bribe you with this so you can do that. Oh, you gonna do that. That's how it would be. But see, he have to bribe us with this to do that. Do what he want us to do, because that's the only way that he can try to use us, by bribing us. Everything that you think you getting and stuff like that ain't really coming from God is all a bribe. It's all manipulation. It's all of that and some. Just to get you, just to steal you from God. His whole motive, goal, tactic, trick is to steal you away from God. When he got you fully, and he know he got you fully, what you think he gonna do? What you think he gonna do? After he know for a fact that he got you wrapped around his finger, he gonna try to find a way to destroy you. Because there's no more work that he need from you. There's no more work he got to put in to try to get you. That's just like when you out here doing all you can to try to get a man, or you trying to get a woman. You doing all this little stuff on, trying to get them. And then when you got them, you ain't got to be doing all that stuff no more to try to get them, because now you got them. Okay, there's no more work that he gonna have to put in with you to try to steal you, because now he got you. So now it's time to destroy you. He got to destroy you before you wake up and realize what you had been doing, before you turn away from the wicked and try to go to God. That's why he tried to destroy you before you could turn back. He don't want to give you that chance, that opportunity to try to turn back. You better turn before you can. Turn back while you can, before he come and try to destroy you, before he don't need you no more. Because he needs you to help gather others. At the same time, he working on you. I'm out, y'all.